Hi, good evening. Hi, this is Christine Crow here. I hope everyone is well and welcome. And I just want to say Happy New Year's Day to you all. And it's so nice to be here online with you, spending the New Year's Day with you. For those of you that are online here, I just want to be able to share as much information as I possibly can so that we can help one another in 2025. So today is about how you can make 5,000 plus a month by turning your skills into coaching and online courses in 2025. I've been there, I've done it for 10 years now, over 10 years now, and I know that this does work. You can, if you've got a skill, whatever skill it is that you have, you can turn that into something that can generate revenue for you so that you're ready to start saving money. That's if you feel that you've got that skill. But now AI is here. Okay, so you don't need to actually say what it is, but you need to know what it is that you are going to say and that it's going to help people. So there's so much that you can use now rather than just me or you just speaking and you can see my face, for example. So I hope everyone is doing well today, and I hope that you're having a wonderful New Year's Day. This is the start of something new, something beautiful is going to come for you in 2025, and we got to have faith. We got to keep pushing forward, and let's make a start on what we can do to change things in our own lives. And yes, that does start from within, and it comes from you as well. So I just want to share with you what some of the things that I know will be of benefit to you. So do grab a pen and paper if you're able to, for example, and listen in very closely, because I really want to share this amazing way to make revenue with the skills set that you've got. We've all got skills. We've all got skills that we can do, and we can show people that. And that's how we help one another as well. Okay, so today is about how you make 5,000 a month with, 5,000 plus with a skill in 2025. So how can women or men succeed with, and one of them is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online platform where you can actually do training, have your own training programs on there, and they will pay you as well. You will get paid once you get accepted on there, onto Skillshare. And I'm sure there's some of you that's heard of there's Skillshare, there's Udemy, for example. There's lots of different training platforms. So why not look at you, if you feel that you're not ready to go straight into this YouTube and creating your products, etc., why not start off then on Skillshare, and they will then pay you, for example, for when people have purchased your course, for example. So I hope that's making a bit sense to you. So welcome everyone. My name is Christine Crow, and I've been a business coach now for over 10 years. I've been in healthcare business for 35 years altogether, for example, and I've been in business for 40 years. So I'm like the eagle. I'll call myself the eagle because I feel like I am the eagle. And I want to be able to share my knowledge with you so that you can also make revenue stream of income for you and your family, to leave a legacy, or for a loved one, or for yourself. It doesn't have to be, for everyone else, because you could be of a certain age. So it depends how old you are, for example. So I just want to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. But I also want to state that this session is really about how you can monetize your own skills. Can you imagine that? And you can get like 5,000 plus a month And you can do all of this from home. Isn't it something that you'd like to do? Because I know it's something that most people would like to do. So if you could just give me a comment, say yes, I would love to do this. Grab yourself your water, tea, coffee, and let's go for it. So why should you do an online education business? It's booming. It's booming. People want to know things. They go onto YouTube, like you're here now. They go onto YouTube. They want to learn things. They want to expand their mind. You know, not everyone's got time to go into a classroom and listen to a lecture, for example, for hours and hours away from home, for example. Then you've got an exam to do and all of these things. So, you know, why not do this? Start your own educational business, for example. And you can do this with a step-by-step instruction. You can start off small. You don't have to go big and chunky and, you know, do it for days. You can just do something small that's for a couple of hours that's going to help someone, for example. Start off small. That can be like your step 1, step 2 is this, day 3 is this, day 4 is this. You know, you just grow in that way as well. There is huge statistics for this in 2025. It is huge. The platforms that you can use is like Skillshare to put your courses on, Udemy, for example, and there's Teachables as well. They offer great opportunities, and it's not difficult to get on there because I've got onto quite a few of them, even though I haven't really gone full into it because I'm more focused on doing the boot camp and the coachings, as well as the other products and services that we offer, as well as the memberships that we do. But this is a really good platform to start with. So do you think that this would be something that would be suitable for you? I'm not sure who's here that is, you know, perhaps a teacher, maybe you're a trainer already. Then if you are, this is perfect for you. You know, maybe you're getting, you know, you could be getting less. Every time you do a training course, you probably get £50 or something like that. You could get more by doing one-to-many, for example, not one-on-one. Because a lot of teachers, they're doing online, but they're doing one-to-one. Whereas if you're doing one-to-many, for example, then you can increase your revenue income stream. I hope that's making sense with you. Give me a like and let me know that this is making sense to you. If you're here live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, then hashtag replay as well. So I'm going to continue on with this. So first of all, what you've got to do is identify your marketable skills. What is it that you're good at? What can you pinpoint skill-wise that people are willing to pay for? What is it that you really love and enjoy? It needs to be something that you love and enjoy. You see, I love being here with you here on YouTube. I love talking. I love doing my training because I love to teach. So whenever I've done a boot camp, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, for example, I enjoy it. Each day I feel wonderful because I've helped people. For example, help business owners to become true leaders in their business. And I think it's so important that you look at this. Is this something that you would enjoy doing? Is it something that you feel passionate about, that you love training? Maybe you're training people that have come into your workplace, for example, and you're the allocated person to do the training that the new person is come into, and they need you to teach them certain things. So if you're good at that, then you should really be using that as a skill to get paid, because we need to start looking at doing this now in preparation so that when you're really ready to do this full time, you've got something that you've built up. I'm not saying to just drop your job and get into this now. I'm not saying that at all. Never give up your work. You got to make sure that you've got regular income in that is actually more than what you're getting, and you're at home, for example, if you want to do this from home. Now, what I want to also say to you is that you have to be committed. When you've got a date, you've got to show up and make sure that you do show up and that you arrive and that you offer value to the attendees that you're doing the training for. Now, there's two ways you can do it. You can do it live, like how I'm doing a live now, for example, or you can do like a evergreen. They call it evergreen, where you record it, and then it then goes on to, you can put it on YouTube, for example, and then it will be recorded so that people can watch it as and when they feel like watching it, not when you've just gone on live and then that's it. You know, it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. But I would also suggest that you do live ones, but I also suggest that you do recorded. But when you're starting out, you can do recorded, because not everyone feels confident in speaking to people online. Because when you speak online like this, I know that you're there, but I can't see you. I can't see you. So you can see me, but I can't see you. So some people may find that a bit difficult to do a training program because they can't see anyone. So it takes practice when you start doing training, for example. So sometimes people are actually online and they're on Zoom, for example. I'm just giving you an example, or Teams. Then you can see the person, the student, for example, and they can also see you. So maybe your interaction will be a lot stronger doing it that way, but you can still record, and then you can still sell that course on, for example. So there's lots of ways that you can do coaching, okay? There's lots of different training programs that you can offer, like online courses, which is so popular today. I mean, I don't know how many of you here has brought an online course, for example. We hold boot camps every single month, and I love to do training. That's my true passion, is the training. So think about, what course could you do? You've got to find your niche, but you've got to make sure that this niche is popular, because no point doing a niche and no one's interested, you know. So find out what is something that you like to do, and then what you do is you see how many people are searching for this particular product. So there's a website, a search engine called What People Are Searching for example, and that will tell you how many people are searching for your particular type of training course that you want to do, or type of coaching that you want to do. So I hope that's resonating with you, okay? So I wanted to cover the courses first. So now your online course, you know what it is that you want to do. Then what you've got to find out is, what price will you charge for this online course? Is it going to be a small course for example, 3 hours, for example, and you may charge £27? I'm just talking, you know, off the top of my head. I'm not saying for you to charge that, but how long is the course for? Is it daily? Is it for 5 days? Or is it for just a one-day training course? So your price needs to reflect what it is that you're going to be training. But also, what is it do you want them to get out of it? Do you want them to obviously be able to learn and to be able to do it for themselves, what you've taught them, and take action and to make it work? Just like for me, we've got clients that have been on boot camps, for example. I was just speaking to one client the other day, and she said that she was on the boot camp and she's got clients from it. So what is the value of what it is that you're giving to people? We offer different product types, but I'm really shrinking down all of the products because I've got like over 100 products. So I'm shrinking them down into like packages, like 12-month programs, for example, so that people are getting value, but they'll also can choose what they want to do first, for example. Okay, so what is it can you offer right now that can help someone? Maybe you're good at, maybe you're a nurse. What is it that you specialize in as a nurse? Is it, is it to do with health? Is it mental health? Because mental health is very, very strong in courses that's needed for people online, because not everyone wants to go to see a healthcare professional, for example. So if you're a healthcare professional, then maybe you could offer some training on helping people to cope with mental health. You could be perhaps your fitness, so maybe, or dietitian, maybe you could be helping people to with their diet if they're diabetic, for example. So maybe you could do a training course on that, as well as coaching with that. So you could do like the online course, but also you can offer the coaching with it, so that they're getting two things. They're getting the digital product that you're offering, but also they're getting the coaching in a group. Or if you want to do one-to-one, if you don't feel confident with doing it in a group, then do it one-to-one with a potential client, for example. So that is one way that you can do it, but you've got to find out what is your niche. What is it going to be? What will you be offering to people? So like I said, the education is growing. The demand is huge for online education. And like I said, the statistics are very high for this. I've mentioned about the platforms that there's Skillshare, Udemy, Udemy, there's Teachables, there's so many great opportunities out there. But you've got to identify what is marketable skill for you. Okay, what is it that you're good at? Is it creative writing? Are you good? Maybe you're good at coding. Maybe you're good at wellness coaching. Maybe you could be good at photography. Maybe you're good at graphic design. You can teach people about graphic design. Look at what else you can offer. So create a checklist of what you can actually offer. I'm going to break down some of the steps here. So I've mentioned some of the popular platforms like Skillshare, which is a passive income based on watch time. So people that watch, you will get paid for it. Just like with YouTube, with the adverts, people that watch or views, you get paid, for example. And I really strongly suggest that you set up a YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet, because it is something that you need to do for 2025. Okay, so with Udemy, for example, there's one-time course sales. So you can sell your course and you get paid, for example. With Teachables, or there's another one, Teachables and Thinkific, for example, full control, higher earning potentials. So Teachables is higher earning potentials. The next thing that you need to think about, which is the next section, is you need to plan your course. I want you to identify what is your course outline going to be. You need to create a course outline with, chapters, for example, with subsections in there. So start off from the very beginning would be introduction, and then there'd be a middle, and then there would be an end, for example, because you want to get them from the beginning So from one end to the other. Okay, that's what you want to teach people how to complete, so that they can do what it is that you've asked them to do in the training course, providing that they do the work. They have to do the work though in order for it to work. Okay, otherwise it's not going to work. Look, I've had it where some clients have said, look, I didn't do anything for a year, but I did after a year because I had a lot going on, for example, and I started doing what you've asked me to do, and now I'm making money, for example. Okay, not everyone's going to just jump straight into it and do it straight away. Some people may have to stop for whatever reason. They could be going through, family crisis, for example. So identify what it is that you want to do, and let's look at what your core lessons are going to be. You got to offer a step-by-step guide. When you're planning your course, you've got to offer a step-by-step guide. You've got to do things like, you don't necessarily have to do aims and objectives so much now. You've got to talk about what it is that you want them to do and how they're going to do it and what the outcome is going to be, and then provide them with a worksheet, a workbook, for example. Okay? Another thing that you've got to look at is you've got to see it like a project. Okay? And you've got to practice the interactive elements of that as well. Okay? Then the next thing that you need to do is to record your content. Record it before you really go. You can either do it live, for example, with your clients, because that's a good way, because then you can record and you've got clients online and you're practicing as well. But it's good to record if you've got the time to do it. So there are affordable tools that you can use, like your smartphone, for example, i.e. your mobile phone. There's also, you can use a lapel mic, for example. I haven't got a lapel to hand, but I've got it in my studio, for example. And there's also ring lights. I've got ring lights here as well, so that I'm not in the dark so much because it's late here, for example. So I will put some links here about these tools that you'll need, for example, but you can also get them from Amazon, for example. I've given you Amazon as an example where to get them from. The next thing that you need to think about is your camera. What type of camera are you going to have? What type of editing software? Now, there's two ways. I mean, the camera that I'm using, I can put a link on here as well for the camera that I'm using, that I'm looking at you right now through. But there's also, you can use your mobile phone as well to start off with. You don't have to go out and run out and get expensive cameras. Get the money in first, then you can start buying the equipment that you really need for your business. Okay, so that's one thing. So I've spoken about the camera. The next thing that you need to think about is, what is your skills like on camera? Are you, with regards to the editing software, because sometimes when you've had something that shouldn't have been said in the recording, then you've got to go in and edit, for example, take things out. So what I tend to do is, when I'm doing a training, I usually mute everyone in the training so that I can just talk. And then what I can do afterwards, if they've got any questions, I say, please, can you save your question to the end after I've spoken about a particular element, a training section, so then I can then unmute and then ask the question. They can ask me the question, I can then answer it, but it has to be related to what I'm talking about, because it could be relevant for what's needed in the actual training itself. So it really all depends as well. And the reason why I mute is because I don't really want to pick up people's private background discussions or phones ringing or, private sounds, for example, that I don't need to have on the recording. So when you're looking at your camera, for example, looking straight at the camera, and then you've got your editing software, there's things that you can have like Canva, for example. Years ago there used to be Camtasia that used to be quite popular, and that's what I used to use for my old stuff as well, which is still relevant today. The next thing that I'd like to get you to do then is that once you're ready and you create the graphics and things like this, then you need to think about how you're going to market your course. You can use social media, but one thing I will say to you is YouTube is very good at that. I would be looking at YouTube because it doesn't cost anything. You haven't got to pay for adverts. Email marketing, if you've got a list, you may not have a list of people on email, for example. So YouTube is the best way to start. So another thing is that you can offer people previews of your course. Let them get a little taste of what you're going to offer to them to entice them to buy your course from you, for example. And the next thing that you need to think about is, once you get your course up and running and you've got your students, for example, and they've been happy with the training that you've provided, then you can get testimonials from them, and then you can use that for selling your course, for example. So this is me sharing success stories. You can earn 5,000 or more a month just by doing courses alone. When I was doing live courses in London, for example, and around the UK, for example, I was traveling every weekend almost. I was relentless. I was so focused, and I was traveling around. And when I would do like an event, for example, and I would sell my boot camp, because when I first started, I was just selling my boot camp, and I wasn't even selling coaching. I was selling my boot camp, and my boot camp, just at a weekend, I would make, say, £6,000 just in 2 days. So can you see where I'm coming from? How you can earn? And I'm saying 5,000 a month, and that's you taking it easy. We don't want to hit things hard right now. We need to be like chilled, get into it smoothly, not be so aggressive like how I was. Just take your time. You can do it online. I was traveling around. Whereas you can actually do this online. So make life easy for yourself. Okay? That way you're not having to stress yourself out. You haven't got to hire a room, for example. Then usually people pay, you've got to pay for the teas and coffees, for example. Then you've got to spend time setting the room up. That takes about 2-3 hours to set the room up, getting everything ready, your mic, all of these things need to be all prepared in advance. You can't just expect people to be coming in, then you're starting to set up then. No, it's got to be done like 3 hours before minimum, for example. So you need to set up. I used to set up the night before, so it was all done, so that in the morning I would get up, get myself ready, go and have some breakfast, then I would go into the event room, and then I would accept the guests, because we'd have to do registration as well, so we knew who was in the event, for example. But with you can do it online, for example, you can't do it doing events, and I'm going to do some training on that as well, how to do your own event, because I think it's so important that I try and show you all the things that I've done that's going to help create money for you, because I'm here to teach you how to, I believe I'm here to teach you how to make money, how to build a legacy, for example, how to, overcome challenges, how to grow and develop and to help one another, for example, how to be healthy, how to create healthy habits, for example. So, like I said, over 5,000 a month by doing courses. When I was doing the events at the weekend, I was just selling the course, the boot camps, and I was getting like 6,000, 7,000, sometimes it'd be 10,000 just at a weekend. That's like, I would arrive on a Thursday, then I'd be like, Thursday I'd do the training, Friday and Saturday, finish on Sunday, for example. But then once you've done the sale, you've then got to do the course. You got to deliver the product, for example. Okay? And although it may seem like I made 6 to 10,000 in the space of 3 days, there was a lot behind the scenes before that. There was the marketing to get people there, there was the telephone calls, there was the printing, there was the staff allocation of which hotel we were going to use, the cost of the hotel, for example. Then we'd have the payment machines, for example. They would make their payments with their cards, etc. That had to be set up, internet. Then I would then have to go back and deliver, back then I used to do 5-day boot camp. So I would be there for 5 days. So I would start at 9 o'clock, finish at 5 p.m. But really it would go on till probably 7 p.m. And I'd be there from like 7 o'clock in the room, ready, prepared for the students to come in. I usually would have about 25 students in the room training for 5 days. It was an intensive boot camp. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It was intensive, and I really did enjoy that. It was lovely, and I'm sure that you would enjoy something like that if you choose to do live events. But I was doing them like every 3 months, the boot camps, for example. Then I started to do it every month, and that's when you get really busy, for example. But you don't need to do that. You can do it online. It really depends what your lifestyle is at the moment. If you've got family and they're young, you going away for 5 days is quite a big task, isn't it? You can bring them, but you're gonna make sure you've got someone to look after them. Like when I was doing my event, I had a little one, so my husband used to look after my little one, for example, and then perhaps I'd see him during lunchtime, for example, sometimes. But usually they would be at home, because that's the best place. Toys, everything is all there. So it depends really whether you're a busy mum, what time do you have. But also going back into that, because I wanted to give you some examples, some real life examples. Now, you can teach niches. Now, my niche that I was teaching was, and still teaching today, but I also teach business as well, because I think it's like my coach said to me, why are you just stuck on healthcare? And I've been stuck on healthcare for 35 years. I really have, because I love it, but she said, why are you stuck on healthcare? You can do so much more. And this is why I'm talking to you about all of these different things, because I am a business coach. I am a business consulting firm. There's so much more to me just doing healthcare. I've helped other businesses as well behind the scene that some of you may not even have known about. I've helped big companies as well. So your niche, you've got to think about, what is your teaching niche going to be? What are you going to be specific at? Sometimes you may want to teach yoga for busy mums, or maybe interior design, the basics. I mean, I was never good at interior design at all. When I was trying to put wallpaper up, it would, rip, or I wouldn't do it right. There'd be something wrong. But whatever resonates with you, that will be your target audience. What you feel good about doing is your target audience. And I felt good about healthcare because I'd been through the trenches, and I've been through 3 recessions, and I felt that this is my calling. What I'm doing now, business recovery, is my calling. I want to help businesses that are at the level where I was before the recession hit me, for example. So I've been through the trenches, and I understand that, and that's why I'm so passionate about business recovery. I'm passionate about getting businesses to save for a rainy day. I'm passionate about thinking about what you're spending out on your business. Are you using that money wisely? All of these things really makes a difference. So, like I said, you've got to find what your niche is, and you've got to be passionate about it and why you want to do it. For example, maybe you just want passive income. It's a passive income to start with. So one course can generate income for years with a minimum update. You just create one course, and that one course can create money, residual income for your forever. It's like my books are residual. My books are on Amazon, they're residual. I get monthly payments from that as well. So you could even create a book, and that can be your course, and you can train from that book that you've created. That way you've got a guide, people have got a book that you give to them, but you've also got a guide that you can go deeper into the book that you've created, and that is your course. So, like I said, it's great for passive income potential, okay? And you can scale it to multiple courses. You can break it up and have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, for example, series 1, 2, 3, 4. The world is your oyster, and I mean that. We can choose to do what we want to do. You can do things whilst you're working, and I have respect for that. I have respect for that with even my team. I want them to have the best in life. What I don't respect is when they use my data. That's what I don't respect. But I want people to grow and become strong, because we're all here to help one another, to uplift one another. So think about, what is your potential for scaling for multiple courses, but do one first and then you keep scaling, for example. I would love to hear your questions. If you've got any questions, you can even put it here and I will look at answering those questions, because I want to encourage you to share what your own skills are. You can even book a free 15-minute appointment with me to talk about what your skills are, what your course ideas are, and then you can use me as a soundboard so that I can help direct you, because I've been doing this for over 10 years, course creations. I can create a course within a day, for example. So if you're finding this helpful, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't done so already, or share with someone that could possibly benefit from this, because I really want to help you to develop your unique skills, because the world does need you and your unique skills. And I would love for you to be able to, do this, and I'd love to be a part of this to help you. So do book a free 15-minute with me, and I will discuss with you what your course, what type of course that you'd like to do. We've got a couple of clients that are doing this right now. So think about what the benefits will be for people that you're teaching online. And I tell you what the benefits are from my end is that I love to see that people have enjoyed the training and that they feel so empowered that they're going to take it further and push forward with what their lifelong dream was. That is a benefit for me by teaching people. So what is it that you can offer that is going to create value? And I want to help you, if you want to, create a course where you're making 5,000 or more a month. I can say that it is doable. You can promote without paying for ads. There's lots of ways you can do it, and I can show you how to as well. And I'd love to hear what your feedback is about what I've just said, because as a coach and a business owner myself, I've been able to create these courses, teaching online, helping businesses to thrive, and using my skills through coaching others, for example, businesses, to create passive income streams. It is amazing. So the power of coaching in 2025 is something that you really shouldn't ignore. There is a huge demand. We've got two independent coaches that work for themselves, and I'm teaching them what I know so that they can teach others and teach others to have a business that's going to create income, that's going to help their family, for example. And this is the reason why I'm also talking about this, because you can be a coach and you can do it online, or you can do events like what I did, for example. And I'll speak to you about the circle. I did events online. I did face-to-face events, and I also did training courses online like this. I've done webinars as well. There's lots of different ways. And like I said, we've got two coaches, independent coaches. It's their business. They're not, it's not our business. It's their own business. And they're going to be doing what I'm doing. And I'm looking for a further 8. I only want 10 coaches for 2025, for example. So 2 have already come on board. We need a further 8 more to be able to train you if you want to be a coach. And I'll be able to train you and show you how you can earn over 5,000 a month. if this is something that you would like to do to become a coach, then do book a free 15-minute appointment with me so that I can then do the discussion with you to see if it's a good fit for you and whether you're a good fit for us. Because this is not something that I want to keep to myself. You've heard me talk about semi-retirement, that I plan to do 3 days a week, for example, this year, and spend 2 days out of the week, which is usually Monday and Friday, for example, doing the things that I love to do, which is building and helping the coaches, for example, and training. And doing things like cooking, because I love to cook. I just love it. And especially the vegan cooking, I want to really get into that because it's so delicious. So I'm really interested in this as well. And I also want to, my fitness is very good. It's very good. I walk for an hour and a half each day. I do a 20-minute HIIT exercise. I'm now a size 10. I've lost weight because I'm the size that I used to be, and I'm pleased with that because when COVID happened, we all put weight on. That's just how it was, but I'm getting back to my fitness level again, and that's what I want to do. I want to continue to be fit so that I can grow and help you to grow as well. So we're looking for a further 8 coaches, for example. Like I said, we've got 2, but you will be independent. You won't be tied to us. We're just showing you, it's a business opportunity. We're just showing you how to do it. So do book a free 15-minute appointment with me so I can go into this further with you as well. Because it is a beautiful thing to be able to coach and to offer the training programs and things like that where it's yours. You get the rights to it, and you can use it, for example, to sell and make money from that. Okay? It's not a franchise, but it is a business opportunity, and I do expect to receive a percentage, for example, because I'm giving you the ongoing support. If you want to be a coach, that is, giving you the ongoing support, but also we're also getting you leads as well. Okay? But you can be a coach. You don't have to be part of this. I'm just saying. Right, so let me continue with that. Like I said, the power of coaching. The demand for personal development and skill-based coaching is high. It really is high. The trends in the coaching industry is rapidly growing. It is literally a huge industry, billion-dollar industry. It's huge, multi-billion-dollar industry. And the value that you get, you can become personalized, but also if you want to go the coaching route, for example, through my training, for example, then you will get guidance year on, year out. Okay? And the support is there. We will meet as a group with the other coaches weekly. So, what niche do you want to do? It all depends. You can be, for example, a career coach. You can be a wellness or health coaching. You can be a business coach like me, a marketing coaching, for example, personal development coaching. You should transition from your skill. Once you get your skill, and you know what your skill is, transition from skill to a coach. You want to, like I said, you define what your skill is and you excel at it. That's what you should be coaching. That's what you should be training on. So who would it that would benefit from your expertise? So you can do different types of coaching. You can do individual coaching sessions, or you can do group coaching sessions. You can do online coaching through Zoom or other hybrid methods, Teams, for example, through Teams, Microsoft. I've been doing coaching for over 10 years. Like I said, I've been in healthcare for 35 years, and I've been in business for 40 years. And what I want to say to you is that you can have coaching from me. You will get a coaching certificate from me to say that you've been through my coaching program, and that you're able to, in case if you want to have that, I'm not saying that you have to come to me in order to be a coach, because it's up to you whether you want to come to me or not. It's optionable, for example. But like I said, you need to be able to structure your sessions, like the introductory offer. For example, you could have single session. It could be an accessible price point, so usually it's a lower price point. Could be $27, for example. Or you could have a signature package, which is like a 6-week or a 12-week program. Or you could have a premium package where it's VIP, one-on-one. You can even include retreats with that as well. You can offer also bundle coaching with other resources, like they get the ebook and other courses. You can charge based on the value, not the time, because a lot of people seem to think that they're paying for your time, but that's not the case. I'm not there to really be there for 1 hour. I'm there to give you value, because I've been doing this for a long time, 35 years. If I'm in healthcare and I'm teaching you about healthcare, I can actually talk to you quite quickly in 15 minutes. It's like the artist. There's a great artist, for example. An artist, it's taken them years to do a painting. Yeah? And would you turn around to the artist to say, oh, I'm not paying you that because you only did that in 1 hour? You wouldn't, would you? It's about what they've done, what they're telling you, and then you've got to take action with it. What I also tend to see is sometimes when you speak to people and you tell them to do something, they don't do it. And you kind of, sometimes you hit a stalemate, but that is part of coaching, and we have to overcome those challenges sometimes with clients. Okay, so there's different things that you can offer. You can offer online courses. You could offer memberships. I can show you how to do memberships. Memberships can bring in residual income, and it can even be just a recorded video, for example, or you could show up live once a month, and then they listen to the recordings that you've got in the membership program. I can show you how to do that as well. And that is also part of our coaching as well that we offer. And that's why I'm looking for 8 more coaches, because I want to be able to offer this around the world. And I know I'm only one person, and I would like to share it with other people to be able to do what I've been able to do, because it is something that should be shared. We should all be able to help one another, for example. So you can offer a course as a supplement, for example, for coaching clients, or you can look at what else you can do, what you specialize in, what you feel comfortable doing is entirely up to you. So you got to look at what your skills are. Maybe you're good at nutritional. You could be a nutrition coach for women over 50, or stress management coaching, or you could be helping with people overcoming common challenges. You could be a confidence coach. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be helpful. You could be marketing, build presence on platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, if that's what you're good at. You could be a coach for time management. Start small with a few clients, or you could do a single course, for example. So I'm going to put a link here. There should be a link in the description anyway for you to book a free 15-minute appointment with me so that I can talk to you about our coaching starter kit program, for example. It's, 2025 is a new year, and like I said, the coaching industry is just picking up, it's just blowing up, basically. It's really huge, for example. So I'd love for you to be able to join. And if you feel that you'll be good at coaching, then why not book a free 15-minute appointment with me to talk with me so that I can go through some of the strategies that maybe you may want to use, for example. But what I want to do is I want to empower you to use your life's experiences and skills that will have value. But if you don't take action, then you won't be able to start your coaching journey, for example. If you take action today by clicking the link here in the description, for example, and you'll be put through to me, and I'll be able to talk to you about your coaching journey. Maybe you want to do coaching, maybe you want to do courses, maybe you want to do membership. There's lots of ways that you can earn 5,000 plus a month and working from home. You could earn 5,000 plus a month by doing just 3 days a week. 3 days a month. And I want you to book a free 15-minute appointment, and I will tell you how that works, because I want to share this with you. So you could do mini coaching. You don't have to do large things. You can do many things. You can start small if you want to. So like I said, there's a link here, and I'd love to partner with you. And I would love you, if you would like to join our other two coaches who are independent. They work for themselves. It's their business, not mine. It's their business. I'm just showing them how to do it. But I do ask for a percentage of what they make. And I think that's quite reasonable. So please do book a free 15-minute appointment here. And the link should be here, and you'll be able to discuss that with me so that I can talk to you more, because I can show you how to make 5,000 plus a month in 2025, and it can be residual. But I'm not telling you to quit your job just yet. I want you to give this a try. So are you ready to transform your skills into a thriving coaching business or an online course? Whether you're looking to earn an extra income, or whether you want to be flexible, or whether you want to get introduced to this online world, the choice is yours. But I can certainly show you because I've done it. I've been there, and I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I really am. And I want you to be able to enjoy what you're doing as well. We should do what we love. So I hope you'll be able to click the link here. You'll be able to see it. I hope you'll be able to join me live on the telephone. Not on the telephone, sorry. On Zoom. I'd love to speak with you. And I'd love to hear your passion for coaching or online course, because I can really show you how you can make 5,000 plus a month by turning your skills into coaching and online courses for 2025. So let's begin. If you've got any questions, whatever resonated with you, what do you think that you'd be good at? Have you thought about it? Comment, and I will answer your comments, for example. But what I'd like for you to do is to book a free 15-30 minute online meeting with me, so that I can meet with you and talk with you and tell you about our coaches. We've got 2 independent coaches, and we are looking for 8 more independent coaches to do what I do. But you can also do the things that you want to do. You don't necessarily have to do healthcare or business. You can do another type of business. I did legal coaching, for example, legal nurse coaching. That's another thing. If you're a nurse, then that is a good aspect for you to do as well. You don't necessarily have to do the type of coaching that I do. And like I said, my coaching is now widened out besides just doing healthcare business startups. I'm doing business recovery, because I want to help businesses that have or possibly going through difficulties in their business. And that's why yesterday I was talking about getting funding for up to 250,000. If you're based in the UK, you can get funding for up to 250,000. And isn't that amazing? And that includes healthcare, but it also includes other businesses. I suggest that you watch the video. If you didn't watch it, then go back and watch that video, because I've got some more training follow-ups to do on this. But I wanted to mention this today because I know that this is something huge for 2025, and I want you to be able to be a part of it as well. So thank you so much for being here, spending the time with me today. I really do appreciate you being on here, and I want to also say thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your subscription, subscribing on YouTube. Thank you for your comments. They've really touched my heart, and I do appreciate your kind words. I also appreciate your knowledge, and that you want to learn more. And let's work together. Just book a free 15-minute appointment, and I will talk to you about how to become a coach. And it's your business. You own it 100%. But I can also get you there a lot quicker. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy New Year to you all again. And let's start the year strong. Let's book an appointment. I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Take care. Stay blessed. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Bye.